is up, everybody? It is Friday, January 26th, 2024. We're back at you again with a fresh new episode. I know it's been a few weeks, a little bit of an extensive break, but we're back better than ever.
Wow.
What's that?
It's been a little while.
Right? Nah, but nonetheless, we're back better than ever. Like I said, ready to continue on with season 2 with you guys. Lots of big stuff planned. Very excited, very, very excited. Nonetheless, what's up with you, big bro? How you been, Mr. Satan Kent?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Like I said, I want to wish everybody Happy New Year's. I know we're basically about to be flirting with February.
Valentine's Day.
I just shout everybody out and say, hey, man, Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I want to thank everybody that's still sticking with us and still listening to us. Really appreciate the support that you've been giving us, and through all our social medias and just coming on our podcast, listening to us. But without further ado, hey Akron, since you're hosting today, how are you feeling? I know you're excited to get going.
Man, I'm doing great. Lots of good stuff in the works. I've been testing my luck lately. I have a new addiction to sports card, NFL card collecting. I don't know why. It took me getting into one TikTok live last week, and now I've let's just say I probably got like 100 cards that I've gotten.
I have a problem.
I might have a little problem. I'm chasing after those CJs and those Texan NFL cards that we got going here. But with that being said, though, no, it's been awesome. I have a couple of autos. For all you Cowboys and Colts fans out there, I have a Anthony Richardson auto and a Deuce Vaughn card that I might give Staten for free just so he can feel better about his sorrows that he endured 2 weeks ago. But anyways, it's okay. I have sorrows too. We'll get into that a little later. But anyways, with that being said, though, doing great. I know you're rocking your Bass Pro merch over there on your head. I got me a little 24/7 Hunt Co. hat. I think it's 24/7. I don't know. I saw the hat on TikTok. Morgan Wallen was wearing it in a TikTok at one of his concerts. Someone filmed it. And I was like, man, I like that hat. And sure enough, so if you get a chance, go check them out. 24/7 Hunt Co. Go look at their website, all that. They're pretty freaking awesome. They're started by hunters themselves. Yeah, they got hoodies. They even got their own dunks. They got all kinds of stuff. But the hats, they have trucker hats. Yeah. They have the rope hats with the rope across. I mean, they're awesome. They got beanies.
So they got tees.
Oh, tees, hoodies, beanies, all kinds of good stuff. I think. Yeah.
Right.
But nonetheless, what's that?
I just said shout out 24/7 Hunting Co. Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they might be better than Bass Pro. Who knows? But nonetheless, feeling good. Lots to talk about today. Obviously, as I mentioned, we'll get into some sports stuff a little later because we will definitely be having a dialogue. But, wanted to jump right in the gun here. Let's go ahead and start off with our pop culture segment of things here. So, I kind of want to start off and ask you a little bit about, some shows. Obviously, are always the big topic, but I want to start off with one of the newer ones that just came out here. I want to start off with that Marvel show, Echo. I know you mentioned a little bit that you've been kind of watching it. You've been tuning in. Without spoiling it too much for those that have not seen it out there, maybe who are listening or watching on YouTube, what would you give it? What would be your overall reaction to how it is so far and kind of where you see it going from here?
Yeah, I got you. I'm not going to ruin anything. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Basically, I really enjoyed Echo for the most part. Definitely a different show. They definitely pretty much promote. The way they have been promoting the violence and the gratuity and stuff like that. It's definitely, I wouldn't say lived up to that, but it's definitely a lot more hardcore than the other Marvel shows that we've gotten. Even Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think it's a little more hardcore in that. I feel like the show feels really grounded. It feels very fresh for Marvel. Just because I know that the last couple projects they had, it's been kind of wishy-washy, if you will. the show really focuses a lot on Echo. You know what I mean? I think it's trying to make her like her own character. They focus on her backstory, her love hate relationship with Kingpin, a little bit of Daredevil action. You know what I mean? Like all kinds of stuff. But I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It was serious. It was straightforward. It wasn't too jokey. It wasn't too heavy and dark like Zack Snyder Justice League dark. You know,
Yeah.
it had moments of heart. So I originally had given it an 8.5. Definitely a watch. I think for anybody that is a Marvel fan that wants something a little fresh and a little new from Disney, go ahead and check out Echo. So yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Are you planning on
Wow.
checking it out?
Oh yeah, definitely. I need to get caught up as well. I know. I think all the episodes are out.
Yeah.
As you were kind of alluding to there, but yeah, no, I'm excited. Um, I think it's gonna really, to piggyback off what you're saying, really kind of continue to tell that Daredevil story esque, but more so, Kingpin himself. Um, you know, it'll be interesting to see where things go from here because it does, got that dark feel to it. But overall, what would you give it, on a scale of 1 to 10 here, for us?
Yeah, like I said already, I gave it an 8.5. Just to reiterate everybody. Um, like I said, it's a really solid show. I had no problems with it. The pacing was really good. I think the acting is very good. It definitely feels for anybody that was a fan of like the Marvel series that was running on Netflix for a little bit, like like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Daredevil and all those guys. It kind of lives in that kind of universe up that street in terms of how grounded it feels and kind of that vibe that gives. And I love those shows. So anybody that's a fan of the old Marvel Netflix shows, go ahead and check this one out.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Continuing with our show trend here, I kind of want to ask you a little bit about a couple of other shows that I've started as well. Now, these I'm pretty well invested in now, and I know one of them I've kind of had you start as well. But first off, I want to start off with Percy Jackson, that new Percy Jackson show that's on Disney Plus as well. That's actually a pretty solid show. I know it's kind of a good mix, right? You don't have to be obviously like young, super young to enjoy it. It is geared towards a younger audience, just because the kids are a little bit younger, right? But nonetheless, that's exactly how it is in the books. And for all the Percy Jackson fans out there that have read the books, we read them as kids. We were growing up in middle school, elementary school, that sort of thing. It's definitely worth a watch. I would highly recommend it. Me personally, I would definitely recommend it 10 out of 10 to just go check it out because it follows the book pretty closely. Lots of good action. It has some cameos in there. Speaking of, you might see wrestling fans out there. You might see Edge in there. That guy's pretty cool. But,
You know me.
but
uh,
no, I mean, how you liking it so far?
yeah, man. I've always been a big fan of Percy Jackson. You and me went back and saw we saw both of them, huh? The first one and then the second one, huh?
Yeah,
Or just yeah, man. We were youngest in the cut when we saw the original. I
man,
remember the book
been way
now.
too long.
Reading those books was pretty good. But yeah, to get to the show, I think this is Disney's best project this year. I feel like they really put a lot of effort and a lot of work into it. Definitely follows the books pretty closely. I really enjoy all the actors, especially my boy Edge. Shout out Edge, WWE, former World Heavyweight Champion, the Radar Superstar. But anyway, that's all I gotta say, man. Yeah, man, no, I really enjoyed the show a lot. I love Greek mythology. I love just that world and kind of characters and the gods and monsters and stuff like that. But I think that this is definitely for young adults, like not even teenagers, but yeah, just like young adults or families that want to chill and watch kind of family adventurous kind of show, if you will. Um, I'm trying not to bladder on, but yeah, I think it's a pretty solid show. I gave it a 9.5. Man, it was really really good. Again, Disney's best show I've seen from them this year. So yeah, I think we're pretty much on the same page with that one.
Heck yeah, man. I would agree. It truly is Disney's best show, I think, this year. And I think it's only going to get better from here because really this first season's only about the Lightning Thief so far. So it'll be interesting to see how we get the Sea of Monsters maybe in season 2 and what the rest of the books will
Mm-hmm.
look like. That'll be exciting. Next, I kind of want to talk about Jack Reacher. This one, this is a good, more of adult style, a little bit darker series that I would definitely recommend. It's on Amazon Prime right now. I think his name is
Mm-hmm.
it Alan Richson. Is that's who the main character? That's who plays Reacher, right?
Bad Cops, baby, Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing. I love the show so far though. It's got a good blend of a little bit of humor, grit is what I would use to describe this show. Truly, pretty dang good show. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm like midway to late first season right now. How far are you into it?
I'm about 2 episodes right now. I mean, like I said, I've been dealing with not dealing with. Well, I've been watching a lot of TV, man. But I have tuned in on a couple episodes. But from what you want me to answer what I like about it, or you just want to give
Just
your
in the
thoughts?
short, well, yeah, because I mean you're not as far as I am. So from what you've
Yeah,
seen,
yeah, yeah.
how are you liking it so far?
Man, big Jack in, buddy. I mean, for anybody that's into stuff like Peacemaker, this is basically who he reminds me of. The what was the guy's name again?
Alan Richson.
uh, Alan Richardson, man. He's just like a bigger version of John Cena. Just a big, tough, humorous kind of guy. Um, but no, to be more straightforward. I really enjoy the show. Definitely a lot of action. Definitely a lot of humor. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be a comedy, but it's a lot of
It's got
really
some comic
lighthearted.
relief because there's
Not
a lot
humor.
of serious parts in it. That's how I would describe it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But it's not like the Tom Cruise Jack Reacher movies where it's like super headstrong focus. Like it can be lighthearted, it can be a little silly, you know what I mean? But it's
yeah,
definitely action packed. And if you want to get lost with some action, if you're a guy that's in the like I said, Peacemaker or Fast and the Furious series, definitely a show I would check out.
yeah, yeah. Definitely,
Personally,
it's
that's my get. That's the vibe I get. But hey,
no. Nonetheless, I think it's been great to watch so far. Excited for season 2. Definitely go check it out for everyone that has Amazon Prime. We would highly recommend it. Lastly, closing out,
I,
the kind of watches movie wise and shows that we would recommend here in the pop culture part that we got going. I want
what
to just quick.
another show here
What's that?
after you?
No, I
After
was
you,
saying.
Bill, more show.
I'm just kind of want to quickly touch on the Iron Claw. Saw that recently. I know it came out a few weeks ago, but phenomenal movie, starring Zac Efron about the Von Erich family. I know for all you wrestling fans out there, this is a great story to go and watch. A lot of tragedy, but a lot of ups and downs, and just a great way to see how their story came to be. Kevin Von Erich is the last one still standing, and it's pretty cool to see how their upbringing came from up in Northeast Texas and all that good stuff. Nonetheless, are you going to tune into it?
Yeah, I definitely need to check it out, man. I know you've been asking me and begging me and kind of get my heads up. I'll check it out when I get to it. Right now,
I
I
know
know
you
it's
you
like a
the you the you the bigger wrestling fan than I am.
yeah, big fan. You know that I know their story, man. It's definitely a tragic story, and like Akron was saying, man, Kevin's the only one left in the family right now. I know he has his sons and his daughter. I believe. I think he
They
has
have
one
a
daughter and a
lot of
couple sons.
grandkids. You'll see it in the
A
movie too. A
lot
lot.
of yes, yeah.
Yeah,
hmm But yeah, man. Definitely gonna check it out. From what I heard, Zac Efron did a fantastic job as Kevin Von Erich. Jeremy White Allen did a great job as Carrie. Can never remember the actor's name, but he did a great job as Fritz. Everybody did a fantastic job. Well acted, well directed. Um, Shout out A24. Shout out Zac Efron, and you're definitely gonna get watch for me as soon as possible because
oh yeah,
it's still very exciting.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Closing out the Hollywood screening part of our pop culture. Like I said, last movie here I want to talk about. Look, this is not no Marvel movie. This is not no Alien. This is not no Godzilla. This is not no drama. This is not. it's a comedy, but it's a family fun movie. I went on a date with my girlfriend recently, and I went to go see this movie. So I want all of you beautiful people out there to watch this movie and join in with me. The movie that I'm talking about is Migration, starring Danny DeVito, Elizabeth Banks. I can't remember that one guy from the Eternals, but he's also from the Eternals. Go see Migration for all you Duck fans out there. I'm wearing my Duck hat. Look, go see it. It's a great movie. Nah, man, it's a great family movie. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10 from Illumination. Not as Despicable Me esque, right? It's got that same style, but I'm just saying it. It's a great movie. Good little family hearted movie. I just wanted to throw that in here before we move on.
Little slapstick humor. I'll go check it out, man. You know, I love Illumination, man. Big Despicable Me fan, so
big fan. They got big a fan.
Oh yeah, big fan.
Nonetheless, though, before we move on here, I'm gonna give us a little, a little bit of that. You know, all this great entertainment going on in the Hollywood realm right now. So go check all that good stuff out. We're excited. Kind of closing out the pop culture side of things, though. We're just gonna, talk a little bit about, I'm not sure how many gamers we have in here. Me and Staten play video games pretty avidly, when we have time.
Oh yeah.
Starting off, I feel dumb because I didn't know this, but you were telling me about NCAA football. It's making a comeback again, right?
So this is a speculation for all the fans out there, for all the college football fans, for all the Madden fans out there that have been dying, or not just Madden fans, but EA fans out there that have been dying for another game. It's been announced for a while now. I think for the past 2 years that they're making another NCAA game. And it was rumored that a trailer was supposed to drop during the halftime show of the Natty, the national championship, and it never did. But EA, I think, put out a report about a couple weeks ago saying that they're still on track to release it by this summer. They're adding all these different features, adding an ultimate team back. So imagine playing with USC Reggie Bush, with Tim Tebow, and just all kinds of crazy players. You know what I mean? James Winston playing with Andre Johnson from the U. There's all types of crazy stuff, man. But I can't believe we didn't hear about this, man. I'm really excited. Did you ever play the NCAA games at all?
See, I didn't personally. Not honestly. Yeah, I didn't. I never played the NCAA games, but they look like they were a lot of fun. There's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of possibilities. Maybe seeing like a freaking Justin Herbert playing with Derrick Henry in college, right? It sounds like it's kind of, not to compare to the two, but it kind of sounds like Madden, how it is with Ultimate Team.
It is like Madden, exactly. Now you have the right. It's the same exact concept, but it's that college football setting. So I think the hype about it is that you can take like a trash team, like you could take like Colorado State or something like that, and turn them into the next Alabama. Like
Toledo. Hey, Toledo. Shout out to the Toledo Rockets, man. They had a pretty good year last year, I think. But take like Miami of Ohio or Toledo or Appalachian State. Hey, but these smaller schools, they're on the come up. But
yeah.
No, that's definitely something that kind of piques my interest, man. I might have to get that. This summer.
You ever used to the next Morehouse, the next Georgia?
Oh man, that's too cool. So excited for that. Suicide Squad. That's another game to watch coming out. I know you said that you're excited for that. This is another one I feel kind of behind the 8 ball here because I didn't know too much about it. When does that come out? I know you were kind of telling me about some of the gameplay or dates on it.
Suicide Squad comes out next week on the 2nd. I don't know if it's that Thursday or Friday. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it comes out next week. Basically, I don't know if you've seen any trailers or heard anything about it, but basically, the Suicide Squad, as it called it by Morgan Waller, by Amanda Waller.
Morgan Waller is calling that, dude.
Morgan Waller, Florida. But no, Amanda Waller has called up the Suicide Squad because they have been taken up because the Justice League have been taken over by Brainiac and they're destroying the metropolis, the city,
Yeah.
and but I say, dude, are you gonna get it? Are you not gonna get it? Because I've heard bad reviews, I've heard good reviews. My brother says he's gonna. Um,
Oh, he said he's gonna get it too.
yeah, he says he's gonna get it, but before you say anything, he basically was telling me like they're going to after the game is over, they're going to keep adding story and characters. So currently, right
Mm.
now, if you pre-order it, you get to play as a Joker as well. So you get the
Oh
Joker
wow.
along with your characters. And so that'd be pretty cool to see. So I'm
See,
just curious.
don't get me wrong. I'm not a huge as much as of a DC fan as I am Marvel, but
Yeah.
being that all those good villains are in it, and you have the Suicide Squad, and you're sounds like you're chasing around all these characters. It sounds like it's a very intriguing game. I think I'm gonna have to pre-order it, man. I think I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
pre-order it. I'm gonna pre-download it, and I'm gonna give it a shot next weekend just to see how it goes. I'm excited to hear another superhero anti-hero game coming out, if you will. If nothing else, it'll definitely be entertaining.
Yeah. I'm only bringing it up because it's multiplayer. So if all four of us want to get on and like play, that's what
Man,
I'm telling you. It's
so
kind of cool.
is it online as far as like you're in an online server and all four people can play, or is it just teaming up and playing co-op in the story?
It's a co-op in the story. Or you could play like you could just play like regular missions. So I don't know if you ever played like something like Anthem or like Destiny. Like Destiny, for example, if you're trying to run like a raid or do like a mission or whatever, you can't have like
Man,
20 different people. You can have like 3, 4 different
oh,
people.
like six, yeah. Man, you mentioned Anthem. What
Yeah,
a what a
people
bust of
basically,
a
yeah,
game that
it's like
was.
that. Yeah, right.
um, Nah, but yeah, no, that sounds exciting. I know we loved Destiny for a while. Missed that game. I mean, they're coming out with the final shape, and supposedly it's going to be continuing, but we got to do a little bit more research into that. But no,
And
nonetheless,
I'll
uh,
probably hop back on. Maybe
I know I
keep
kind of
trying
want
to
to
play
look
some
at it
GTA.
tonight. I kind of want to look at it tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe do some research, see about what's going on. I know they pushed the date to the final shape back though. It doesn't come out until June now, or May or
Mm-hmm.
June, which is
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate, but nonetheless gives us more time to do our research. But closing out things here in the pop culture side of things, Fortnite is one of the world's biggest games right now, globally. You and I, we have our ups with it. We catch a lot of dubs. We also lose a lot of dubs. We want to, get mad when that 10-year-old beats us sometimes. But I just want to quickly touch on how you liking the new update, how you liking the new map, real quick. That they've changed it up a little bit and added, some new stuff to it.
Yeah, so what Hackers alluded to right now, they just added Snake. Snake was in our battle pass. They just unlocked Snake. There's two versions: the young version, the old version of Snake, Solid Snake. I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. I know it's all the old school OGs, Sega guys, whatever. That was a big thing back in the day. But as far as the update goes, I think it's pretty cool. They melted some of the snow away just because we're pulling away from the winter fest or whatever, and now we're trying to get ready for summer or spring or whatever. Um, I think the update's pretty cool. The guns that they add are pretty cool. The weapons they add are pretty cool. I'm just kind of excited to see they're about to add augments for the guns and stuff, the different weapons.
Oh wow,
So just like we had with last perks, they're gonna put like uh, augments on the guns or whatever.
wow! Finally, so
So,
we'll have more of a chance to continue beating those 10-year-olds.
but that's all I had to say, man. Definitely a good season. I think it's pretty solid season. Not the best one. I thought that the one before that, I think with the city, with Mega City and all that, was a pretty good
Oh
season.
man,
Like
Mega
the
City,
Halloween season.
Mega City was crazy.
RIP. RIP.
RIP the season where we got Optimus Prime. I miss that map. I
Right.
truly
I
took
mean,
it for granted, man. I like the new map that
but
we have now with PETA and Snooty Steps, Grand Glacier, all this good stuff. But I just feel like it's a little big. It's a little too big sometimes. The other map I feel like was a little bit more
you think
condensed.
that's big? Do you remember playing the OG map, dude? I feel like I was running forever.
Yeah, that's true. Especially because cars weren't a thing.
Wow.
Nah, but yeah, I love the new season. I'm excited to continue on to it. I just quickly wanted to touch on it just because I know
Yeah.
it's something that's pretty popular right now. You see it all over
Yeah.
TikTok and stuff,
Yeah.
especially if you play a little bit of games here and there.
Yeah. So,
With that being, oh, go ahead.
switch. My fault. A quick question before we switch. I know the next season's coming out in like a few weeks. Like, who do you want in this next Battle Pass? Like, who do you think is going to be in the next Battle Pass?
Man, I need CJ Stroud and a
CJ
skin
Stroud.
in Fortnite to be the end goal because I will not see grass for an entire day and I will grind that thing. I promise you that. But as
First day.
Thursday, as a backup though to that, assuming that probably will not happen, man, I don't know. Let's get something good in here. Let's get like a in game, in goal. I'm trying to think what another big blockbuster franchise is. Let's get like Iron Man at the end of it or something. They do something a little bit more
Kind of
Marvel
cool.
themed.
They bring Iron Man back.
Yeah, a little bit Marvel themed,
What's
man.
coming out that's DC Marvel coming out?
What's that?
What's coming out in the next couple months that's like DC or Marvel related?
In Fortnite
Like
or
movies
in
and stuff. No, like
um
in like movies. I know
oh
Deadpool. That's like the only thing.
Deadpool. I know Deadpool comes out this summer. I can't remember. Is there something that comes out in March or May?
I have no idea.
We'll have to
To
look
be
at.
honest
We'll
with
have to look at. That's actually a really good question because now I can't remember. If I had to
you, I
guess,
thought it was Deadpool coming out in March, man. If I wouldn't be surprised if they brought Wolverine back and they put him in the blues, the old school
man,
blues, the blue and
what
yellow.
that would be pretty damn cool. I feel like that's like the one movie that we just haven't we just ain't we or what movie one skin that we just haven't seen like
It was in a
such a
past. That's the
travesty.
thing.
Yeah,
You have to,
we'll have like some random shit in there, and then you just don't see the good stuff. But nonetheless, you asked about movies real quick here. I found it. We got Deadpool coming out this year. Madam Web. I know everybody's excited about that. Craven finally comes out. That'll be that'll be okay. I think it'll
you
be
will
pretty
be
good.
there. You will be there.
Yeah,
Hey
I'll
man,
go
Madam,
see it. I'll go. Matter of fact, we'll go to see Craven night one. It comes out. We'll go see it.
that's a bet.
The Thunderbolts comes out next year, and then Blade and Venom 3 is supposed to come out this year, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Really? I doubt it.
Supposedly.
Hey man,
What's that?
he said, "Dude, come on now, Madam Web, dude. I keep telling you this."
Man, I mean, we'll go see it. Big.
I'm
Everyone
messing
loves. What's her name? Dakota Johnson.
with you. Sydney
Sydney
Sweeney.
Sweeney. I mean,
I'm center.
we'll go see it. Great actresses, obviously. They're awesome, but big fans, big fans. Yeah, no, it's gonna be exciting. I know we kind of went off on a tangent there, but I'm very excited for some of the stuff that's coming
my,
out. Speaking
my
of,
fault, bro.
no, you're good. Fortnite will do that to you with all the damn skins. But with that being said, that kind of wraps up our pop culture side of things. So we're gonna take a little pause here and shout out Riverside again and play this little ad break for you. We'll be back in just a moment. Big shout out to Riverside again. Always a pleasure to be able to record on this beautiful platform and all the stuff that it allows us to do. So once again, big thank you to Riverside. Transitioning here, we are getting into our sports side of the show. This is what we have been waiting to have a dialogue on for the past week for me, the past 2 weeks for you. I know it's been a roller coaster of emotion. I know we've been waiting to have this damn dialogue. and predictions for this awesome championship weekend we got coming up in the NFL. But nonetheless, I want to recap two things. I want to, know we're a week removed. Maybe you're feeling a little bit better about your situation. We'll get into mine after, but how are you feeling about them Cowboys, and are they still Texas's team?
No, they're not even Austin's team, and they're in the freaking city. No, man, I don't understand why the Cowboys and I didn't kind of like blew it off, you know what I mean? But every time I think about it, it just gets me hot, especially the fallout after it, after that blowout we took at home. You know, McCarthy keeping his job, Dak Prescott getting a new contract.
Wait, Dak
Oh
got a
my
new
God,
contract?
he's getting a new contract, man. They're giving him a new
Man,
deal, extension. So
man.
it's kind. I'm not mad at Dak. It's just I don't think McCarthy. I didn't. I wanted Bobby Slowick, and then I wanted Harbaugh bad, man, because I thought that guy would get in here and change a whole culture around because he's a
Man,
very
him
culture
going to the
heavy
Chargers is
culture.
nuts. But how about even Bill Belichick was out there?
Dude, Bill Belichick was out there, but you saw he was trying to talk with the Falcons, and they're like, dude, like we're not. He has too many demands, and I get it. You're a 6-time champion, but I mean, some things like people are not going to bend over for, and you see, we're going to get into it a little bit more because he still doesn't have a job, and I doubt. I, there's some rumors I didn't saw on Twitter, but I doubt he will. But we'll get into that like after our run of the mill predictions and talk or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cowboys still suck. We're going to win 12 games. I think we're going to win 13 games, finish off at the top of our division, and lose to like Tampa Bay or somebody, you know what I mean, first round. Like we just watch. We're gonna lose to freaking Detroit. We're gonna lose to the Rams or something like at
There's
home.
more
Like
respect if
six.
you lose to Detroit, though. Detroit's, I mean,
It was nice, but Green Bay was they should have beat us at home like that. Like they should not have, and it was just very embarrassing. But the Cowboys don't want to win. I think Jerry needs to sell the team. They want, and not trying to offend nobody, but as soon as Jerry Jones is gone, and not like in that version of gone, you know what I mean? Not like that gone. I'm just saying gone. Um, that's what I think the Cowboys. I don't want to take that route like that. No, man, come on now, be for real. But I just think that our culture, we have a winning like nucleus, but
the talent
we
is
don't have
there.
a
The talent is there.
nucleus. Yes,
So
that's all I can say.
let me give you my take here. I think most Dallas fans probably wanted Mike McCarthy gone. I'm sure you had your select few that wanted him still there, but
Most
he said the entire state needed him gone. No, but I think that them choosing to run it back essentially with the same coach and maybe not making a change from Dak is just a bit alarming. Because this team is great. They're good enough to win, but in the regular season, we have not seen 1 ounce of proof that this team will do anything in the playoffs as far as the last couple seasons go, the past 10, 15 years go. It's just an anomaly that they've either lost in the wild card or the divisional round. It's an anomaly that the Texans have more playoff wins as of right now than the Cowboys do since the Texans' inception in 2002. So, and I'm not even saying that as a Houston fan. I'm just giving you a little fact here that was brought out last week. It's an anomaly. It truly, truly is an anomaly. Um, I think that
the
they'll
Detroit.
eventually. What's that?
Did you see? My boy, I hate to piss you off. Did you see the Detroit? The Detroit Lions made a championship, a NFC championship, before the Cowboys got back to the freaking thing. Since they've been
God.
back to the Super Bowl, or since they won a Super Bowl, or something like that.
Hey,
Like
this might
it's
be
bad,
Detroit's year,
dude.
dude. I think I could see Detroit going into San Francisco. We'll get to the games in a second, but anyways, I
It's like, yeah.
I just think that the Cowboys really need if they do not win anything this coming year, not even so much as a playoff game, You can have 13 wins. You can have 14 or 15 wins. But until we see something happen,
We don't think
in the the NFC playoffs, we ain't really gonna be talking about much because it could be another first round exit. Now the game against the Packers, I just want to say I think that Jordan Love he's going to be just as good as C.J. Stroud. I mean him and C.J. kind of tore up the league as young quarterbacks this year, and for him to go into Dallas and win was pretty astonishing. I know they lost to San Francisco, but that was a close game. Green Bay was winning that game until Christian McCaffrey took over and went Hulk
yeah.
mode a little bit last weekend. But
Dude, if the kicker didn't miss the kick, we might be talking about Green Bay versus Detroit right now.
you ain't lying. You are not lying. I cannot believe he missed that kick, but nonetheless, I just think it's pretty crazy that what he was able to do in Dallas and just absolutely shred that Dallas defense. But I think that there needs to be changes. I think that they need to kind of look themselves in the mirror, especially if they lose again. But we'll see. Only time's gonna tell. Only time is gonna tell and make the difference with that team. Um,
Mm-hmm.
kind of anything else you want to add before we move on to my situation?
I don't got much else to add, man.
Any
I'm
any
not.
closing rants here, or are you just kind of over it at this point?
I'm over it. Yes, I've had 2 weeks to sit down and marinate with it, man. I'm just disappointed. I'm really upset with just them bringing back McCarthy. I was never a big fan of him to begin with. And just his production, he's shown he can win, but can he win a championship? And it's proven that he can't even get to a freaking championship game. So it's kind of like why you're still here, you know. So I would have had him gone, but hey, whatever Mike want to do, or not Mike, whatever Jerry wants to do. I'm not a Cowboys fan anymore. My team's about to play tomorrow or on Sunday.
He said my team's about to play on.
Sunday.
I'm gonna ask you who your team is in a second. Before we get, we'll get to that in a second. Next, I kind of want to get into the Texans here a little bit. Hey, first and foremost, I want to start off by doing this. I want to start off by just as far as Houston goes, as far as the city, Texans fans across the country, including obviously Houston. We have nothing but praise for what that team did. It's unfortunate that the hand that we were dealt for our young team was going against the number one Baltimore Ravens. It was very close in the first half, as we all know. Things pumped the brakes and fell apart in the second half real quickly, and Baltimore went back to looking like the number one team overall that they were. But C.J. Stroud had an incredible season. I'm absolutely amazed, blown away, very, very thankful, and praising God every day that He is on our team because we have an incredibly bright future. And, same thing. I've had a couple weeks to kind of digest and I'll honestly be excited because I don't have to be stressed out anymore as these weekends move along. But nonetheless, just very, very excited, very thankful that we have him and cannot wait to see what the future holds. With that being said, for us to be able to win our first playoff game in what 4 years, him
That's back to
absolutely
the
obliterating.
playoff.
What's that?
Isn't that just back to the playoffs? Not even win a game?
Yeah,
But back, at least
being back
to
to the playoffs in general was great, but beating the Browns
oh
was
yeah.
even better after they had supposedly the number one overall defense, which is kind of crazy because I feel like Baltimore on
I
paper had a
doubt,
better
I
defense.
doubt that. Baltimore had way better defense.
But for us to win that game and even have a chance to play Baltimore and have that opportunity, it was great. So it
Mm-hmm.
sucks. Back to the drawing board a little bit. I'm going to start off here and just kind of say off season checklist and wish list. Go get some more offensive line help. Go get some more depth on your defense, and maybe sign a pretty good all star Pro Bowl level free agent or two. I'm not high on a Mike Evans. I'm a little bit higher on Saquon just because he's younger. I know that they're talking about potential free agent targets for us. If we get one or both of those guys, CJ's got some toys. CJ has got some toys if he gets one or both of those guys. So
Definitely.
but the key is getting some O-line help. It doesn't matter who you have back there, you got to get some line. CJ's able to do that with a bad line, imagine with a good line. So let's go get some line help. I mean, we're kind of set at the tackle spot. We missed Titus Howard. Hopefully, he's back better than ever next year, but we need to go get some guard help and some offensive line depth. So with that being said, I think that's pretty much the entire checklist as a whole. Love what D'Amico Ryans did, and it looks like we're going to keep Bobby Sloat for another year. I know all the vacancies are pretty much filled, if not all of them. So, yeah, let's run it back. Now, let's see what we can do with a year under our belt and a lot more fresh, maybe veteran faces even in the locker room. So, where do you kind of see the Texans doing in free agency? What's maybe a bold prediction or two that you see them maybe getting or going after as far as free agency and what they're really going to do?
Definitely going to sign some more corners. I don't think you guys need. You guys could get one more middle linebacker. You know what I mean? I think you guys' pass rush is already really good. With Gennard in there, with not Gennard. What's his name?
Grenard.
Grenard, not Gennard. Grenard. Will Anderson's really good. Front seven's pretty good. I would say get another linebacker. I would say get another corner or two. I really want to see him go out and get some more linemen. I'm not a big fan of Laramie Tunsil. I think he's
a good blocking lineman, but he's just not. He can't not get penalties. That's my issue with him.
He is a penalty machine. But when he's on, he's on. I just think you guys need a big time. You don't need no big time running back because I thought Singletary. Yeah, he really held his own. Damian Pierce, I kind of felt bad because he kind of took a step back with them signing Singletary, so he wasn't really to be that. He wasn't able to be that explosive running back like he was last season. But I think just keep the running backs you guys have, just get a better line, and go out and get a big time receiver. I know Nico Collins really stepped up when Tank Dell went down. I know what Tank Dell can do, but if they can get a Mike Evans or
and then you still have them two in the mix. I mean, that's a loaded receiver room.
Yeah. You can you can treat Nico Collins like a Michael Gallup or a Brandon Cooks or something like that, right? Or like how Seattle used to run it. When they had like Doug Baldwin and freaking Golden Tate out there and like a bunch of they had like a stat Percy Harvin. They had like a Lockett even. Tyler Lockett, yeah, dude, they had a lot of like studs out there, and so you kind of run it back like that. I heard DK Metcalf might want to get out of Seattle, just because they got rid of not got rid of, but let go Pete Carroll. There's talk about that. Mike Evans might want to move on, but since they made it to the playoffs when they had no business even like sniffing the playoffs, the Bucks, he might stay. I don't know, but we'll see. Might be a reunion for you guys and DeAndre. He might want to come back home. We just don't know.
I don't really want him.
You don't think he'll come back?
No, I thought he signed. Didn't he sign a 2 or 3 year deal with the Titans? I thought he did. I thought he did.
But he might say, "Man, this is what I want." Yeah, say what I want. Thielen, the old man Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen, get out of here with that. Nah. Look, I don't think they need to do too much. Re-sign some of your own if you can. I would love to see Singletary come back. I would love to see Schultz. Number one has to be at the top of the re-sign list.
Man, Schultz is pretty good.
Re-sign him, and then maybe, add to your receiver room or add to your linemen. That's it. That's where it's got to start at the top.
Yeah.
And we still have a really great draft as far as capital, heading our way. So it's going to be interesting to see. Do you think that they get one of those guys? Does your gut tell you that they get a Mike Evans or a Saquon or anybody like that?
I can see them getting Saquon if the whole I want out rumors kind of pick up, because he's not going to win anything over in with the Giants unless they somehow win big in the draft, which I doubt. They're going to stick with Daniel Jones or whoever they throw out there. Hey, like you were saying before, you said they could get AJ Brown. I was surprised they went and got AJ Brown because they don't.
Man, he might be on
They
the trading block. You know,
yeah.
the Texans are favorited to land him if he leaves the Eagles, and that's insane.
If he becomes available, was he a free agent? It says another
No,
year.
it'd be via trade when we have the
Oh,
capital to get him. If
man,
they
you
get
got
an AJ Brown with Nico and Tank Dell for CJ Stroud,
yo. Nah, you can't keep both of them. You can get one of them. I know. They're gonna make you do. They're gonna make you get one of them.
I think
Man,
we would keep Tank. I think, but nah, I don't think they would trade
you
Nico.
Tank? You
Nah,
think? I think they'll
they
give up
wouldn't.
Tank. I think
Nah.
after they saw what Nico Collins was doing, they might give up Tank to get Nico Collins or to keep Nico Collins.
I don't know. But if there's a way that they keep him and acquire AJ Brown, just imagine. Just
That'd be
imagine.
dope. And that'd be dope. He'd be
Man.
happy, man, because we flamed the crap out of the ball. So
Yeah.
versus over there, man, I don't think the Eagles like game is set up for them to eat chunks up like that. Like definitely, the Texans are an aerial threat first team because of how good CJ Stroud is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
The off season's gonna be interesting, man. I'm excited. I'm sure you're excited too. You need to see some different players on that team next year. I know you're ready.
Linebackers, man,
Man,
bad.
who you want? You want Derrick Henry to be sitting in that backfield next year, don't you?
We need a new
Yeah.
we need we need a new line and we need some linebackers, man, and some corners. Because Stephon Gilmore, his old ass needs to get gone.
So similar to us, where
Where
you would rather line help and defensive depth.
oh, our offense is cool. I want line help, but I need another running back because I know we were trying to like promote Tony Pollard to the starter after Zeke was just like declining. But man, just him as a starter, which I know he's been dealing with a couple injuries here and there, and just been all over the place. He did not live up to what we really wanted from him. I thought he was going to be like a 3 down back, but he just was more of a scat back in certain situations. We need like a Saquon Barkley or a Derrick Henry, whatever we can get left out of him.
Yeah.
I'd take a Brees Hall or a Dalvin Cook or something. Jeez, I need something bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
But yeah,
Dalvin
we'll
Cook ain't
see.
even getting playing time with the Ravens. He's just there, which is wild because he's kind of just had a resting season. He didn't do much with the Jets either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can get Josh Jacobs if we try from the Raiders because
Yeah.
he only signed. He got French tagged, so
Yep. Yeah.
yeah, we'll definitely have to see. But,
It's going to be a. I'm calling it for both franchises and fan bases now. It's going to be a fruitful offseason for both of us. If we're sitting here in April around the draft and we're talking about how Mike Evans is in a Texan uni and Derrick Henry's in the Dallas backfield, man, we're going to be sipping some Don Julio that day. We're going to be
yeah,
sipping some
Don.
Don Julio that day. Man, we're going to be sipping
Man.
back, predicting a Texans Cowboys Super Bowl next year is what we're going to be predicting. But nonetheless, we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. Kind of want to quickly here as we continue our sports recap. If you don't have anything else to add, of course, on the NFL.
Nah, I'm gonna get into the predicts.
I'm sorry. Of course, to our our situations. I quickly want to transition and just talk about a little bit. The games this weekend. What are your predictions, real quickly here? Who do you have winning both championship games? And are we done? Is Lamar Jackson going to save us from the Swiftie Nation and seeing Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl?
Dude, I think so, man. They're playing in Baltimore, and I know it's going to be a close game. And that's the thing. Mahomes gets better. He can have the worst season. He can go 9-8, right, or whatever, and he's still going to have a crazy postseason because it's Mahomes. He still got Mahomes. He still got Kelsey out there catching balls and whatnot. But that defense ain't no joke. that Baltimore defense is no joke. Lamar Jackson, no one can stop him on the ground or through the air. He's the reigning MVP as of now. I'm crowning him as MVP. That you fell off. You lost your MVP. CMC, I like you, but you ain't Lamar, man. So I picked the Ravens to beat the Chiefs. I think it's going to be 34-28, 27, something like that. Just real close, high scoring game. I I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm looking at the Niners. I don't know. That's a hard one because Detroit, man. The
that
Niners
is too,
almost lost to
that is two
the.
evenly matched teams. I know the
Yeah,
Niners got the weapons, but Purdy against Goff, I mean that's pretty evenly matched. I think Goff has a slight edge
just
there.
keep up,
I'm just saying. I think Goff has a slight edge for the Lions. He's got more experience. He's been to a Super Bowl, right? He's not Tom Brady, but he's got
man.
experience. Brock Purdy, what I saw last week against Green Bay, looked a little shaky at times. I mean, and this defense of the Lions is no different. It's even better than Green Bay's. So I don't know, man. I don't know how you know what? I'm going Detroit. I'm going Detroit 27-21. That is who I'm picking to win that game.
27-21. They got Debo.
Yep.
Is he in or is he out?
I mean, looking at it right now, I'm not seeing the injury report, but if they have Debo this week, that kind of makes things interesting because you're right. He also did not play last week. He's going to play.
Pretty close.
He's going to play. They already announced it 5 minutes ago, actually 3 hours ago. So, yeah, he's going to play. So, Debo will be there. He's a huge factor. He is the X factor. So, again, what's your prediction? I'm predicting Lions still 27-21, but who do you got?
I'll take Niners. I feel confident. I think CMC is going to have a couple of touchdowns, one through the air and one on the ground.
Okay.
Devo's going to have a couple. I think it's going to be 24-21. I think they're going to win by a field goal in the game like that. Call it a day.
Dude, it's going to be a great game. It is going to be.
It's going to be some great games. Oh yeah.
So what do you got the score? Being in that Baltimore Ravens Chiefs game?
I got 24-28, or not 24-28, but 30.
I'm gonna go. I would go 31-28. 31-28 is what I'm predicting. Yeah.
Because
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a shootout because of Mahomes.
It'll be a shootout, but Lamar can blow that defense out. I don't think Mahomes can go out there and smack up on the Baltimore Ravens defense like that.
No, there's no way.
With Roquan Smith and them covering over Travis Kelce and all that, I doubt it. But I can see it being a pretty solid game.
Yeah. So we got. Are we agreeing? Are we in sync? We're picking Ravens and Lions.
I picked Ravens and Niners.
Oh, so I'm sorry. Ravens. You picked the Niners. Okay.
Yeah, Niners.
Ravens, Niners, Ravens, Lions. I don't care what it is as long as Taylor Swift is not in the Super Bowl. That's awesome.
That's my Super Bowl. I don't care if my Cowboys on the couch. I don't care if Texas on the couch. That's my Super Bowl. Taylor Swift on the couch with us.
Yeah, we need Taylor Swift not to be in the Super Bowl, man. Excuse me. All these TikToks of, the Avengers Endgame scene where they're all back and coming through the portals to fight Thanos, and it's like there's only one man that can save us from a Swiftie Super Bowl, and it's like they put the Chiefs logo over Thanos' face, and then it shows Captain America with Baltimore's logo, and then they got all these teams coming in through the portals. You got the Cowboys, Chargers, Texans, Browns, freaking Eagles, all these teams coming through the portals, right? Just they're just like reuniting with the Ravens because there's only one man. There's only one himself that can save us, and it's Lamar Jackson. So enough said there. Enough said there. I got Ravens Lions. My co-host Staten has Niners Ravens. So let's see who shakes out. Let's see who gets the picks right there. Lastly, on the NFL, just quickly speed through this a little bit here. Jim Harbaugh, Chargers head coach. That was the big news of the week. I think now that he's the coach of the Chargers, he's going to do some things with Herbert. I do. I think he's going to put some.
Spooky over in LA, baby.
What's that?
It's going to get spooky over in LA.
Yeah, it is. It's fitting to get real spooky. That was the biggest news of the week, as we alluded to. There's been some other coaching hirings. Pretty good. A lot of coordinators getting hired. So just wanted to quickly touch on that. It's going to be good.
Bill Belichick's devil magic ain't working no more. He can't even find himself
Man.
I'm kidding.
Man. All right, transitioning one more time to some NBA stuff here. We're going to quickly touch on the standings.
I mean, wait.
Let's go ahead and get it over with, Staten, because both our teams are sitting right there in the mix for the play-in. The Rockets are about to be 21 and 23 because they're smoking and tooting and booting the. Who are they playing right now? God, this is how you know I haven't been paying attention. I'm giving them like 2 weeks. They're gonna get back over 500 for me to care about the Rockets again. But they're tooting and booting the Hornets right now, and your Lakers are a whopping 23 and 23, ninth in the West. They're better than the Rockets, as it will say.
Play in.
Yeah, play-in tournament for both our teams. You got the Jazz in there at 23 and 23, and how about Minnesota and Oklahoma City, number 1 and 2 in the West? You know what? Good for those two fan bases.
Defense is king this year, apparently.
What's that?
I said defense is king this year.
Yeah, because the Thunder, no one really talks about them offensively. Is Chet having that great of a year? And is Shea should be up there in MVP voting if it wasn't for Joel Embiid scoring almost 40 a game. I mean, what do you think?
Nah, man, Shea is saving that team's life. What I think?
Yeah.
I think the OKC is like just really good. Who's their coach? Oh my god!
I couldn't even tell you, man. I couldn't even tell you. Some younger guy that's been there the past couple of years, but he's turned it around. He's a good coach.
Very good coach. Man, yeah. It's just like the dude that took over from Udoka up in Boston. I think he was under him, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah. He's having a good year too.
Yeah. I think that the OKC Thunder, they're just a really young team. I think all that Paul George trade with the LA Clippers, all the picks they got.
I think that the Oklahoma City Thunder are winning that trade, and it's showing this year. Yeah. That's what I think.
Even though, the Clippers are trying to figure it out right now. I mean, they got a bunch of stars, but I don't think they won the trade. Like, they still haven't proven they won that trade.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it's crazy to see. Nonetheless, though, we just always love to, towards the end of the show, touch real quick and see how our it's like the what's that show from? I'm sorry, what's that awards show from The Office that Michael Scott always does, the Dundee Awards? Well, the Lakers and the Rockets are our Dundies. They are our Dundies of every time we record. So.
They're Dundee.
Yeah.
Because there's
will they be 6th, 7th, or 8th, or will they be 9th or 10th? Ooh, stay tuned. Stay tuned by the end of the season. What's that?
Watch. Soon as I said, nah, man, we're gonna get back to like 3rd place. As soon as Kyrie Irving decides he hates Luka.
Hey, how about Phoenix, man? They've turned around their season too, man. They're up there. They're number 5. So anything's possible. Anything's possible. I need the Rockets to make a trade. Maybe get DeMar in a uni. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Man, I kind of want to see. No, high key. I'm giving. How many picks does Houston have, man? Because I'm with the Golden State Warriors struggling. Did they lose last night to Sacramento or no?
Yeah, they're fading. They're fading like Lightning McQueen and Cars 3. They're fading fast.
He's fading.
He's fading fast. McQueen's fading.
He's fading fast. But no, I sad to say, man. With the Warriors and just the predicament they're in right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Houston tries to throw their hat in there and say, hey, man, we want to get someone like Klay Thompson out there. Because I think if y'all added Klay next to Şengün and all those boys, man, I think it would be pretty good. And I don't think y'all have to give up anybody crazy because they're just want to clean house to build for a future.
Yeah. I don't think the Rockets are necessarily rebuilding anymore. I think they're going to finish over 500. The question is, are they going to be 41 and 41, win 38 games, or are they going to win more 46 and 30 something losses? Something like that. That's their ceiling. I'm not expecting. They're a young team.
My fault. I'm talking about the Warriors having to rebuild because at this point, that championship is over. Y'all guys are in a position where it's like, okay, y'all got some.
That shows you how much they're fading. That shows you how much they're fading. I'm sorry, just because I totally discounted the Warriors rebuild because you're right. Did they blow it? Do they ride off into the sunset with Curry? I mean, who knows? Who knows? Um, you're
They're going to
right.
stick with
Is
Curry.
Draymond
When
back?
goes out.
Is Draymond back?
I don't think he's back yet.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
we'll
we'll
back
see,
there.
man. That's you're right. You brought up some good points with the Warriors there. It's do they go ahead and start a rebuild, or do they just kind of try a little bit? I don't know. That team's been so up and down. They won a championship. What was it, 2 years ago against the Celtics, and now they're back to tanking and losing. So
They won the year before.
the year before, wasn't it? But before the
It was them.
Warriors? No, it was
Yeah,
it was the Bucks.
I thought it was the Bucks, and then it was the Warriors against the Heat, not the Heat, against the Celtics, and then I thought it was.
No, 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 no,
Uh,
no, 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 no. It
it
was the
was.
Warriors against the Celtics. You're right. And then last year it was who again? It was the
It was
Nuggets. It was
the
the
Nuggets.
Nuggets. It was the Nuggets. See,
Yeah,
the NBA has been so out of whack. You have to forgive us because we have two terrible up and down teams, and we don't know what's what with NBA anymore. Because LeBron's great, the Lakers are not. Şengün is great,
yes.
the Rockets are not. So that's how our stories unfold in our two on our two teams. Um, but yeah, no,
And Luka Doncic, he might have had 70 tonight.
man. Speaking of 70, that man Embiid's you know,
Oh, man.
that
They
man
need a
Embiid's
drug
balling.
test.
Yeah, scoring 70 and among other things. But I think if there's anything else you want to add on the NBA, I know we went off on a tangent. Every time we talk about our little Dundee teams, they make us want to go
Yeah,
on
man.
they make us want to go on a rant for a minute.
That's all I got, buddy.
With that being said, let's transition to our last little segment here, and then we're going to close things out for you guys. I know we're at the part of the month where we're almost, sniffing Valentine's, but you know what? God dang it, you're listening to the best damn podcast this side of the Mississippi, this beautiful state of Texas, in this beautiful city of H-Town. We are here today. Let's get to it. What are your New Year's resolutions? It could be personal.
Oh,
It could be team-wise. It could be, like I said, sport. It could be anything. Food, family, fun, friends, gaming, any of that. What are your New Year's resolutions? Go.
bro, I thought you would ask me who I'm going to take for a Valentine. You brought Valentine's Day. I got nervous, dog.
Man, I don't want to put the other on the spot, but there's a couple of them that think their name was going to be top.
Oh, I can find some now. I got my phone right here. But, no, I got to say, man, as far as New Year's resolutions go, for me personally, I just want to better myself, better my health. I'm a big dude, and I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get some healthy so I can live longer and stay around longer. You know what I mean? Be healthy for my friends and family. Really want to. Another resolution of mine is just to be more giving, more helpful towards others. Man, I care a lot about people. Man, I'm a people person. I love some folks. I try to do everything I possibly can when I can and when I'm available to do so and go out my way. So I really want to emphasize on trying to, continue to help people out and be friendly. You know what I mean? I think the world's filled with a lot of just negativity. And I think that it's our job as people to go out and, brighten people's days up. And
Yeah.
last one would be just learning a new hobby. Currently, I am trying to whistle as well as try to relearn how to play the piano. My whistling's gone really good. One day,
Man.
it's
Oh, man.
I'm, I'm making a hobby for me to like learn a new skill every year. Last thing this year is piano and whistling.
Okay.
So,
I respect it. I respect it. If that is your hobbies, you wait till you hear my hobbies. So, nonetheless, I'm gonna throw out one New Year's resolution for each of my Houston teams, and then one personal one. For the Astros, huge signing last week. I know we didn't talk about baseball, but huge signing. They got the best closer on the market. I don't know if you've seen that. They just signed Josh Hader to 5 years, 95 mil. Dude,
Dude, someone played that clip Oh, who played? Where was he at originally? Because I remember
He
they
was
played
with
a
the
clip of him
Padres and
just.
before that the Brewers, I believe.
Yeah, it was him with the Brewers, and they showed a clip of the Yankees. Somebody just him giving up the draws to the freaking Yankees or somebody. Like Aaron Judge had like 3 homers off him or something like that. Something crazy like that. Or some, you know what I mean? I was like, okay.
Yeah, that
It
would
was. I can't remember
we
what
were winning
team he.
yesteryear because guess what have the Yankees done since that?
Oh Lord. At least he made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like some people.
Nah, but the Padres
But
though he was just as good there, so I'm excited. He deserves that 95 mil. That was a big splash. Now we just need our
uh-huh.
lineup to do good and hopefully give some good extensions to some of these guys so they can stay beyond next year, but or this coming year. But I'm excited. My New Year's resolution for the Rockets: continue to just play better. Just play better. Make the playoffs. Make the plan. I don't care what you got to do, but get
Yeah.
get these guys playoff experience. And then with the Texans, just do what you're doing, man. Just do what you're doing. Stay the course. Stay the course. And you better bubble wrap CJ every time he is out in public. I don't care. Oh man. Outside of that, no personal resolution. Definitely continue to stay in the gym. Continue to you know make healthy choices. Be there for family. Enjoy this kick-ass podcast I have with you going, man, and just enjoy life. And if I have one hobby that I want to pick up on just like you and really learn, I'm going to go ahead and learn how to intense snap this year. I want to learn how to snap better. That is mine. I'm gonna join a snapping league. All right, that's my hobby.
And poetry. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Nah, man. But I mean, if you don't, if you got anything else to add before we close things out here?
That was it, man. That was it. That was a good one.
Well, in closing, I just want to say thank you again to everybody. You guys are special. You guys are the reason we do this. We're excited to continue to put on a show for you guys and get things rolling. Stay tuned. Next week, Staten's going to be coming up here, and we're going to be doing a wing review. Finally, we have it in the works for next week, so stay tuned. Man, we're going to have some guests coming on. Good college buddy of mine may be coming on next week with us as well. So stay tuned because we're probably going to have 2 episodes next week. Maybe, hopefully. But we'll keep you guys posted. But, oh yeah. But just want to say thank you guys again. Appreciate it. Stay tuned. Big things happening. As yours truly rolls.